dear President Obama, dear President Trump, more importantly, Chief Trump, Chief Obama, you guys had you guys have criminally foreign influence stewardships, Washington D.C. Trade Center tied to Central Connecticut State University through time. Their roles tied to Yukon through time. Their roles with all kinds of natures of private criminality with databases, with wire crime methods, mail crime methods, with prosecutors, with judges, with child sex offenders and drug clicks with those drug clicks. Their child sex offender roles are preventing the counters to it because they're lying. If you call up and try to report crime acts, recorded crime acts, they're going to lie about that. And they're going to tell them to wait and say that they didn't understand you and pretend behaviors. The men and women, especially women, this is how women are each age of fact sheet in nature, speaking through others and implying like people aren't going to engage. They're in sequence racketeering roles. People fake conversations with others. They're putting fake things in databases. We have Weathersfield Police Chief of Cintron. He's also involved with people from like Puerto Rico with the name Cintron, involved with them racketeering. A whole bunch of people associated with Sandy Hook, Newtown, other with racketeering from my town, Rocky Hill, Weathersfield, Hartford, same ones. Through time, racketeering acts on off CCSU recorded. There's a detective Samuda who's a dark complexion. I get what they call black, involved with black and white female judges involved with a child sex offender, preventing speech. They're forcing people before courts use that for little punks, for little weapons. So they prevent speech and keep stacking people's speech. Since I was a kid, they force people to speak through others for a crime method. No one knows what they're talking about. They don't put anything on paper. They pretend other by putting things on paper, falsified police reports. They know that. That's actually recorded, but they don't give anyone a chance to respond. So we have a problem. There's a whole bunch of people too with it. I never had one word of conversation with this Casper family, but there's a Casper family. I don't even know what his sister's name is. She got probably some new name now too. And other coaches associated. He was a basketball coach. I didn't play basketball. These are people involved with they spread rumors tied to their database crime acts to make it look real. They attach all kind of lies to truths. That's tied to their roles with offensively promoting facts and truths. When they know the media is recorded, know that they're involved with interbranch that lies. So they shouldn't be offensively pretending to, and they're telling them to be collusion with. They're valuing that. They don't care about journalism. They care about the job of journalism. They don't care about New York City. They care about their positions with New York City. This is serious problem. These are further trade center attack context from crimes with clicks from trade center. There's a Keene family, a Dan Keene, and his sons. I mean, his brothers and father was one of the victims in the trade center. His mother's recorded, confessed, and demonstrated with their family involved with narratives with police forms, people on off the state judicial branch offices, racketeering with child sex offenders. It's tied to their roles with the trade center attack, with overt and their roles with sexual circles with overt criminal enterprises. They're not even probably aware of it because of a Heather Hansen. Whole bunch of people with a Heather Hansen and on Church Street involved with racketeering acts against me. Criminal, all kinds of natures of crimes against with real estate agents and their roles with a Dillon family and Anna Dillon with my new and past neighbors, new and past real estate agents involved with racketeering here and with my name. And see, they're preventing response to writing, so that they just keep moving on. People just have to move on with their lives. In other words, because they don't have time to give it. In other words, but I don't have a choice. So, in other words, I don't have any more time either. Since I was a kid, these are people real sick with their kids and with their badges and with their gavels and with their pens. We have prosecutors with their whole family members involved racketeering fake conversations made when I was a kid. Now they're as adults. Fake conversations. These are drug cliques with doctors of psychology, foreign and domestic, involve racketeering with child sex offenders. These are people tied to Newtown and Sandy Hook. Facebook police, online policing of all the online platforms. YouTube is also involved with them. Identity thefts, fake YouTube pages pretending to be me, with the policing of YouTube used to further child sex offender crime. Live aggressions tied to their roles with fake news that forced the child sex offenders. With the child sex offenders principals campus further involved with these people involved with this Casper family with medical corruption with kids. We have real sick doctors and nurses, male and female, and various natures of courts and their family members, all sick with the kids through time. Give me a fucking response. Not you guys. I forgot I was talking to you, presidents. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your fake stewards and to your database stewards, because they're lying to you. They're lying, and you can't tell American history. Then they have people. You know how sick it is to watch people like men and women speaking about slavery and telling about the little. This is that's facts. This is the facts. This is the facts. There's a stand. There are standing are unliberated physical positions. There are standing criminally foreign influence sciences. There are standing sequence racketeering shifting sciences. Line progression cover up natures as the groups of these sciences as their individuals. So we have mandated law not followed. If you call up the phones, that's what they want, because then they're going to lie about what's actually recorded. Now we have state police also involved all kinds of ways. Now we have also Wethersfield Pizza House, an Oliveri house, and the state judicial branch offices between it. A whole bunch of people associated with those people. Stephen Stocco, a Zeno family. A whole bunch of people associated with DACA in the past and locations next to the Zeno dry cleaning places involved with the foreign and domestic police forms and overt criminal enterprises. People with this Dillon family involved criminally. People involved with kids. A whole bunch of people with John Meyer involved with the racketeering acts of the fake news and with FBI and with criminal uses of Middletown intercities, places on the water, like associated with this Hamilton guy, associated with actors and things like that too. Also acting spots associated with on and off Fox Connecticut News, on and off WFSB with the racketeering here. And they're preventing responses. They're preventing mandated law. Then they force you arrested because they're caught. They got their own kids involved criminally. So they just arrest people with fake things and refuse response since I was a kid. They're sustaining more and more people involved with this. They have more and more people, houses in my area. I don't even know. They don't want me to have to seek the police and courts out through them. I don't want to talk about people. I want to talk about the people who talked about me. Put them onto paper. Fix the fake news. Goddamn fucking WFSB. Fix your fake news. Stop fucking lying about me. Stop making me. See, they prevent people from being from having calm means to counter people with no manners. Those people in the background too pretend we don't have manners. Then they're going to quote me out of sequence. They can't follow the sequence now. These are people with crimes with child sex offenders with the principal campus further. Principal sex offenders campus further. Now, so this is because the Wethersfield police chief's daughter's with the school. This is because Johnny Gallucci from they call it the dinosaur boxer. He's got his house, his family, his people associated with him, racketeering with a whole bunch of police forms, foreign and domestic, a whole bunch of overt criminal enterprises, a whole bunch of people with criminal justice running the prisons and stuff like that, sick punks with him. sick people. Um, Olympic people. So there's a clay bed. I never had a conversation with recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with a whole bunch of prison stewards. He used to be a heavyweight champion of Olympic boxing, amateur. I think he was professional too. But you see, he's involved with this with a whole bunch of people from my town with his Johnny Galucci, and they're involved with the educational department at CCSU, and they have other Galucci's involved with this with the former family members of Mr. Murphy, who was a principal when I went to that school with the principal sex offender. Now his daughter also had boyfriends, or one boyfriend I know, a boyfriend named Harris, and his family members, his mother's involved with database crimes with my name, fake conversations with me, sequence shift roles with them, trying to fake recorded things. These are people with all kinds of agencies sick, punks, but worse than punks. We have originally still criminally foreign influence agencies roles with what really what is slavery is about, which is never liberated. You think that when they, it's all, you know, how stupid it is every time. Which is the old man's name from Vermont? Or the minimum wage, you know, that's not how you stand for people. They're making, they want to pick the industry leader or the worker. You follow the law now. Follow mandates course. They are more than we need.